no one told me about her, the way she lied. Well, no one told me about her, how many people cried. But it's too late to say you're sorry. How would I know?
Servus Leute.
Hey guys, tomorrow my classmates and I will finally go to the States. We all are super excited for tomorrow's 9-hour flight. I can already see the sleepy and bored faces when we arrive at the airport. I got positive news about the host families. They are all super friendly and I cannot wait to meet them. My host mother is also from the Philippines, which is really cool and probably the reason why she chose me. Shout out to you, Monica. I am currently packing up everything, my whole cabinet. Well, I'll go on about my whole equipment. For the future students going to the US, here's a list of important things you need. First of all, don't be the person to forget their visa. Keep it in a little bag with all your important documents. Second, your adapters. Your European adapters will not work in the US. And third, if you don't want to fall asleep on a friend or stranger's shoulder, bring a neck pillow. It might be comfier for both of you. Last but not least, bring snacks. A lot of them. It will be a long flight. But yeah. Tomorrow's gonna be fun.
Say you're sorry. How would I know? Why should I care? Please don't bother trying to find her. She's not there.
We're finally at the airport. We're all super excited. Marcel has already been taken.
Yeah. Well, let me tell you about the way she looked, the way she acted, the color of her hair. Her voice was soft and good. Clear and bright, but she's not there.
After my arrival at my host family's house and a few greetings, I went straight to bed and lied down. Those 9 hours really messed up my sleep schedule. The next few days, I spent my time with my host family. My host family was the nicest and kindest family I've ever met. They drove me to every meetup point, took me to restaurants that we don't have in Austria, and even planned a grill party with my friends. My two host brothers, both younger than me, were really sweet, and even though both were sick during my stay, they spent time with me and showed me the best places to go for walking around. The openness and friendliness of my host family just through the roof. The grill party was the most American grill party I experienced. The drinks in the cool box full of ice and the meat sizzling on the hot iron bars of the grill. I met a ton of new friends from my friends' host families. We bragged a lot about how school is tiring and boring, but also awesome when you're going on a trip to the US with the whole class. In the morning, I got up early to prepare myself for school. I put on blue baggy jeans and a grey sweater, thinking that they also wear the same outfits as we do in Austria. But then I saw my host brother wearing sweatpants and in a hoodie. Did he forget to change? I asked my host mom and she explained to me that every kid going to high school looked like this. And she wasn't wrong. On our way to Fairfax High School, my host brother told me that we had to go through metal detectors because of safety measures. I mean, I was not really surprised, as we all know about American history, but still, it is sad that I have to live like that. When we arrived, the school was larger than I thought. The hallways were wide enough to fit 2 cars. The cafeteria was the same size as a sports field. It was huge. 5 minutes before each lesson, the school speakers played old 90s music so that the students get reminded that school is about to start. Which was kinda cool, but really annoying as the speakers' quality weren't the best. So, what are the key differences between Austrian and American schools? As you know, after the 4th year of Unterstufe, we have a lot of options to choose from. Our schools have a great variety, like HTL, AHS or BHMS. But the students in America attend general high school, where they can pick their own subjects, besides math, history, PE, and so on. Furthermore, American schools are well known for encouraging extracurricular activities, sports teams, clubs, proms, homecoming, etc. In Austria, most sports and hobbies happen outside of school through Vereine. Overall, Austrian students get early specialization, whereas American students get more exploration. First stop, Washington, D.C.
May I have your attention, please? No ceremony that you...
The capital of the United States of America. Before our whole class went there, Louis, Anna and me took a day trip to Georgetown, the oldest neighborhood in DC. What once was a tobacco port has now become a commercial district and a national historic landmark. While we were walking down the cobblestone streets, we found an interesting Asian restaurant called Ramen Ramen. The food was most enjoyable and delicious. Here's what we ate. For our starters, we ordered normal pork steamed dumplings and a dish I always wanted to try, soup dumplings. You had to tear a little hole in the dumpling and then sip the soup out of it. I wish we had more of them, but our main course was about to be ready. For the main course, I had a duck ramen with noodles and vegetables. The bowl was massive, so I knew that I wouldn't have dinner later. Louis and Anna both got the same ramen. It is called the signature ramen. The broth was rich and creamy and paired well to the soft pork belly. Overall, the food was an amazing experience and recommended to anyone who loves Asian food. Even if we could fall asleep after that gigantic feast, we wanted to explore the town more. Louis found a souvenir store and we got up on our feet and walked. On our way to our destination, we came across a street band who were playing relaxing blues music. We stopped and checked them out for a bit. When we finally got to DC, it was our first time ever seeing a well-planned city. You couldn't see the end of the streets like it would go on forever. In the next few days, our class went to the tourist spots of Washington, D.C. First, we visited the memorials and the African American Museum.
Guys, we're at the African American Museum right now.
Harm and treat them how I want to be treated. Yep. On the other day, we went to Arlington Cemetery, the largest cemetery in the US. More than 400,000 people are buried in its 639 acres. We only had 30 minutes to explore this area, so we went to see the grave of the unknown soldiers first.
Ladies and gentlemen, may I have your attention, please? The ceremony that you are about to witness is an army wreath-laying ceremony to be conducted in honor of the unknowns. It is requested that everyone remain silent and standing.
The Capitol. The most interesting building in DC. This building is the foundation of the US Congress. The seeking of solutions of the nation's problems unfolds here. It is the center of political freedom. From the outside, the capital is a majestic-looking, white glistening work of art, whilst inside it just looks like another museum with more political history and statues of past presidents and politicians. I expected to see the House of Representatives and the Senate, but we only were guided into 3 rooms with a small introduction video at the beginning. Finally, the highlight of the trip. Welcome to New York. Here we stayed for 3 days trying to explore every inch and every corner of the city that never sleeps. On our way to the final stop, we didn't know what to do during the 6-hour drive from Westfield High School to New York. Some read a book, listened to music, or just slept through the 6 hours. But some of us did food reviews, taking out everything from our lunch boxes and give detailed examinations of our lunch. By the time we finished our desserts, we finally arrived in the city. We couldn't believe it. We were finally here. After we loaded the bus and checked in at our hostel, we didn't waste no time and went into this concrete jungle. And let me tell you, this city is profoundly weird. Central Park was our first destination, and on our way, I stumbled upon a microwave with a little note that said, "Free microwave, take me home." I was thinking about taking it home with me, but I sadly didn't have enough space in my suitcase. When we arrived at the park, we heard music everywhere. A little jazz band there, and a party on the other side. The Central Park is way bigger than I thought. It took us almost 1 hour to get to the other side, because we planned to take the tramway to Roosevelt Island. The tram was packed, as the view was amazing. Later that evening, we decided to stroll around the most iconic part of New York, the Times Square. We slipped our way through the crowd and checked out the Rock Cafe to get souvenirs for our family. On our way out, we saw 2 young people waving towards us. They took a cool picture of us and they printed out a photo for our whole group. It was already getting late, so we walked to the central station to head back to the hostel. On the second day, the plan was the following: Brooklyn Bridge, Wall Street, 9/11 Memorial, and then top of the Rock. Did we follow the plan?
Wir müssen die Hu noch informieren, dass wir es nicht schaffen werden.
Kinda. Did we get scammed?
Wir sind in einer Touristenfalle getappt.
Absolutely not. Was it the most eventful day in New York?
Ich habe Angst.
Wir wurden gescammt.
Ich glaube, wir sind cooked.
Das war's mit uns.
No. To start off, our class took the subway to the Brooklyn Bridge. There we took some nice class pics and filmed a little for the vlog. The next site we wanted to cross from the list was Wall Street. Wanted to see the charging bull, the little girl, and see how the stocks are behaving. After that, we had some free time. Miss Ugari's suggestion was that we could take a fair and observe the city and the Statue of Liberty on deck. We were headed towards the fair, where we bumped into a man who was giving out flyers. Mr. Gary told us that we needed to be at the 9/11 Memorial in an hour. We asked him, how long is the fair going to be? Approximately 30 minutes, he said. And we took the bait.
Why do birds suddenly appear every time you are near? Just like me, they long to be close to you.
At about 14:30, we finally arrived at the 9/11 Memorial, where Mrs. Bichler was already waiting for us. We are still so sorry. The security guard of the 9/11 Museum let us through, and we wandered around where the Twin Towers were standing. It really shocked me when I saw the 2 deep craters. After looking around the memorial, we decided to go to Chinatown, as it lied on the way to our last site, top of the Rock. Once we exited the subway, we went to an authentic Chinese restaurant not far from the metro. The food was amazing, and everybody enjoyed it. We took the next train, heading to our meetup point. We noticed the time and we started running for our lives. We did not want to be late again. Not long after our arrival, everyone has gathered, and the finale can begin.
In a city that never sleeps, and find I'm a #1, top of the list, king of the hill, a #1.
Welcome. Today we are here with Mrs. Hugeri.
Servus.
Hi. What do you think of America so far?
Well, I can't complain. It's pretty fun.
What was the most beautiful place you've been to in America?
I mean, this is really amazing, being on top of the rocks.
And what was the most boring thing?
There's nothing boring.
What is it like to be with Mrs. Pichler?
Oh, she's right there. I'm having the best time. No, I would never complain. I love you too.
Wow, that was such a lovely answer.
Yeah.
Nehmen Sie Stellung,
Thank
Sie
you
sind
so much
verheiratet.
for your time, Mrs. Hugeri.
Right, so, bye.
Frau Pichler.
Hello, Mrs. Pichler. How have you liked America so far with us?
Great, just great.
What was the most beautiful place you've been to?
The top of the rock building.
And now we have to ask the same question. What's it like to share a room with Mrs. Hugeri?
In einem Zimmer zu sein. Sie hat mich geschlagen. Hugeri is just the perfect companion.
Wow, that's so great. What message would you like to share with the next class of students in the Hadel Kaindorf?
Go to America, explore the world, explore yourself.
And now you also have to answer the question. What message would you like to share for future students?
Be brave. That's all.
Wow, that was such a beautiful message. That's the end of our interview with Mrs. Pichler and Mrs. Hugeri.
Little town blues. Are melting away. I'm gonna make a brand new start of it in old New York. And if I can make it there, I'm gonna make it anywhere. It's up to you, New